Alright, what is up guys, Flair here, and this is my first Sony Vegas tutorial that I've been saying I was going to do for a long time, and I finally got around to it. And this first tutorial is going to be on project and render settings. I actually have some different render settings, different for most people. It's about the same frame rate and the same resolution, but it's actually a little bit better quality, just because something that's different about my computer. So yeah, let's get right into it. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is bring a clip down into the timeline. Now, if you have Vegas 13, a lot of times what it will do is, if your clip properties are different than what's already right here, what it's going to do is change the whole project properties. Excuse me. And first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start a template pretty similar to this one. I have one already made. This is the one I usually use most of the time. I can't even click it. This is the one I use pretty much all the time. I don't use 1080, and I'll tell you why later in the video. But basically, for width, you're gonna want to do 1280, and height, you're gonna want to do 720, and field order is none. Pixel access, excuse me, I can't even speak. Pixel aspect ratio is 1. And output rotation is 0, and you're going to want to make sure your frame rate is 59.94. Don't actually put it to 60, because what it's going to do is it's going to actually be higher quality than your video, most likely, unless they have an Elgato 60 or something and actually record in 60 FPS, or it's, you know, real footage. But this, for Call of Duty gameplay purposes, you might want to just go ahead and use 59.94. And stereoscopic 3D mode is off unless you plan on doing Twitch. Pixel format 8-bit. And everything else is pretty much the same. Make sure you do change full resolution rendering quality to best if it's not already on best. And now on the audio. I like to keep my audio quality all the way up and my bit depth 24. And my resample and stretch quality at best, because when you stretch something out long enough, it really kind of distorts the audio. So if you have it on best, what it'll do is it literally won't distort it at all. So you might want to keep that on best. And that's pretty much it for everything else in video. So you can go ahead, you can save your template if you want, but I already have mine, so just go ahead and click apply and OK. And make sure you always disable resample. I can't stand watching edits in Vegas of people using resample, just pretty bad. And if you have any black bars around here, just go ahead and go into your pan crop. I already have a preset. All you have to do is just zoom in a little bit and it'll get rid of those black bars. And for render settings, you can just go ahead and drag your cursor over here and click this little green button up here, or you can go to File, Render As. I just click this green button because it's quicker. Then, I'm sorry, for some reason this always takes a long time to load for me. But anyways, I guess I'll tell you why I use WMV. Now, a lot of people use MP4. Now, this computer is actually made for editing, but it's like the graphics card that I had, it wasn't bad. It was a really good graphics card, and rendering an MP4 will completely destroy your graphics card, especially if you if you edit a lot, and B, if you listen to other tutorials that tell you to, like I said, I already have templates here because I used to use it. If you actually use these where it tells you to use your graphics card, over time your graphics card will get completely destroyed. Now I have a new graphics card, I just don't use this anymore because it's going to completely destroy it. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to Windows Media Video 11. This is only going to work if you have a Windows computer. Otherwise, I'm sorry, you're probably just going to want to go ahead and find another tutorial or use MP4, because Macs have different processors for their graphics cards. And basically, you're going to want to just go to 6 megabytes per second, 720p 30, and we're going to change this. Click Customize Template. Bring your audio up to 256, 320. Kilobytes per second will sometimes speed your audio up and it'll distort it. So make sure you don't go higher than 256 unless you have voice and it's not music. Video constant bitrate, Windows Media 9, all the rest is the same. Now change your frame rate settings to 59.94 and turn video smoothness all the way up to 100. The reason I don't render in 1080 is because 1080 60 FPS for people that don't have good internet is gonna lag, first of all. Second of all, renders take ridiculously long in 1080p with Magic Bullet looks, RSMB, and all that already on it. So rendering in 1080p is kinda, I find it kind of useless because I usually don't even watch videos in 720p. I have extension on my browser that automatically puts stuff in 720. So if it's in 1080p, I'm not even going to be able to see it. Anyways, make sure you have internet/LAN checked and change this to 8M. It's going to make your video a lot smoother, and it's going to make everything look cleaner, and it will actually make it better quality a little bit. You don't need to change anything here, and go ahead and go to Project and Video Rendering Quality. Now, this isn't what most people think it is. Most people think that if you put on Preview or Good or Best, it's going to make the quality of your video bad. What that actually does is changes this. It'll change the quality of this. So if this is lower quality, it's going to render faster because A, it has to render and then produce a preview frame for this. So if you render it and it's in high quality, it's going to have to show all this. Now, you can be in draft as long as you have it set to full. Trust me, I know from experience that if you don't have it in full, it's going to be lower quality. So you can be in draft as long as you have it on full. You can be in preview, good, best, no matter what you do, just make sure it's in full. None of these are going to change it, but trust me, if you don't put it in full, I have tested this. If you don't put it in full quality, the quality is lower. Everything else is pretty much the same. So just go ahead and I'm gonna put mine on best because I actually have a good computer and the renders will go by fast anyway. And I just like to see what it's gonna look like, and that's pretty much it. You can go ahead and name your video up here. I'm just gonna name mine tutorial, and then you just click render, and that's pretty much it.